Hi, I'm Leslie Palma with Priests for Life, here with a Pro-Life Newsbreak. During his Senate confirmation hearing yesterday, President Trump's nominee to lead the Federal Food and Drug Administration, pro-life physician Dr. Marty Makary, agreed that Biden-era rules allowing the abortion drug mifepristone to be prescribed remotely and sent through the mail could lead to the drug being used to coerce or trick women into abortion. If this drug is in the wrong hands, it could be used for coercion, Makary said under questioning from Missouri Senator Josh Hawley. Makary, a physician at Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore, also said he would take a, quote, solid, hard look at the effects of the drug the FDA approved 25 years ago. That effort will be hampered, of course, by another Biden-era rule that directed the FDA not to keep track of adverse effects women suffer from the abortion pill. Pro-lifers would like to see that rule overturned. In another pro-life action this week, President Trump has dropped a federal lawsuit seeking to force emergency room doctors in Idaho to perform abortions. Idaho's Defense of Life Act already allows abortion to save the life or the health of the mother. But in August 2022, the Biden administration sued Idaho, claiming the Federal Emergency Medical Treatment and Active Labor Act could force hospitals to kill babies in elective abortions. That suit has now been dismissed, but a second similar suit brought by St. Luke's Hospital System continues. Pro-life bills are still percolating through legislatures in several states. In South Carolina, crowds gathered outside the state house in Columbia to protest a House bill that would protect babies from abortion. The Human Life Protection Act would allow abortions only to save the life and health of the mother. Doctors who perform illegal abortions would face up to 2 years in prison and fines up to $10,000. A heartbeat law in effect in South Carolina now protects babies at about 6 weeks. The Oklahoma legislature is considering 3 bills in a state that already protects most babies. One would prosecute abortionists on felony charges for performing abortions. Another would impose drug trafficking charges against anyone who prescribes or delivers abortion pills to pregnant women. A third bill would repeal sections of the Oklahoma statutes that recognize mifepristone as an FDA-approved drug for terminating pregnancies. A bill in Utah would prohibit Planned Parenthood from teaching health classes in public schools. According to the website for Planned Parenthood Action, the nation's #1 abortion seller is also the largest provider of sex education in the U.S., annually reaching 1.2 million people, including children in elementary school through high school. With abortion having resumed in Missouri, thanks to a constitutional amendment approved by voters last November, pro-life lawmakers have gotten behind a bill that would expand a tax credit for state residents who want to donate to pregnancy care centers rather than paying state income tax. Currently, taxpayers can be exempt for up to 70% of their state tab. The new bill would increase that to a 100% deduction, capped at $50,000 annually. Supporters say the bill would give taxpayers more control over how their tax dollars are being spent. After signing several pro-life bills last week, Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon on Monday vetoed one calling for women to have ultrasounds before killing their babies through chemical abortion. The House and Senate have since voted to override Gordon's veto. But as a result of the laws he signed last week, including one that requires abortion facilities to be regulated as ambulatory surgery centers, the state's only abortion provider has stopped killing the preborn, at least temporarily. States led by pro-abortion lawmakers also are taking steps to ensure the killing continues under their watch. Democrats in the Connecticut legislature passed a bill awarding $800,000 to Planned Parenthood to allow the abortion seller to stockpile abortion pills. A second bill awards another $2.8 million to Planned Parenthood because it has been impacted by Trump administration policies. Abortion is widely available with few restrictions in Connecticut, making the payoff to Planned Parenthood seem unnecessary. And in New Jersey, pro-abortion Governor Phil Murphy has asked the state to allocate an additional $2 million in taxpayer dollars to recruit abortionists into the Garden State. That's on top of $50 million already designated for abortion businesses like Planned Parenthood and projects such as building a stockpile of mifepristone. I lived in New Jersey for 25 years. I raised my kids there. I love the state, but I am very happy to no longer be contributing to the state's abortion industry. Even in pro-life Texas, there are pockets of pro-abortion extremism. San Antonio, where I also lived for a few years, Democrat leaders want to spend $100,000 to help city residents travel out of state for abortions. But a state effort led by Senator Donna Campbell would prohibit cities from misusing taxpayer funds to assist in abortions. And finally, Florida, where I live now, is a solidly pro-life state, but like Texas, there are pockets of extremism. In West Palm Beach, the Garden District Tap Room hosted a fundraiser for organizations that give money to women to enable them to abort their children. The invitation from organizers said, "We look forward to yap all about abortion and fundraising over art, love letters to abortion providers, and abortion-centered conversation." Love letters to abortion providers. At least there's no tax money involved. That's some of what's making news this week. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to turn your clocks ahead on Sunday and enjoy the added daylight in the evening. If President Trump has his way, late sunsets could be permanent. And as always, please keep in mind that